Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan with your hosts, Adrian and Mac.
Welcome back, everyone. It's been a long, long time.
Kentucky Game Plan is back in effect,
It is
and it's college football time,
college football, the best time of the year.
NFL as well.
Yep.
Kentucky, Florida football.
Wow. That was a great game. I watched that.
It was a good game, but things just unraveled for the Wildcats at the end.
The last 5.5 minutes. Yeah.
It's a crazy thing right now. These teams are like 3 games in,
Right.
and you got a lot of quarterback injuries already.
A lot of major injuries across. Not necessarily the league, but a lot of those quarterbacks that you think that would start get these like little nagging injuries,
Right.
and then some of the quarterbacks that you kind of thought would be kind of leading the team into their last season or Heisman candidates, gone out
Right.
for the year.
Right.
Like just like that.
And we all know injuries part of the game.
Oh,
I mean, you can't predict it.
no.
Because you suit up, you go out there, you play your hardest, and injury could come about at any time. But you don't, as an athlete, you don't think about injury. I mean, it's on your mind. You know it can happen, but when you're out there performing, that's not something that you think about because you're in the motion.
Right, of the game.
Exactly.
I agree.
But Terry Wilson being out with the patellar tendon
Yep.
injury, out for the rest of the season,
Yep.
kind of a blow to the Wildcats' offense.
It was, and of course, Gunnar Hope transferring to Ohio
Right.
State, so that was kind of another blow going into the season. And of course, Benny Snell into the NFL,
Exactly.
Josh Allen into the NFL, and all those defensive backs.
But they had a pretty good recruiting class come in this year.
True. Well, A.J. Rose coming back, the running back, who kind of
Exactly.
backed up Benny last year. Towards the end of the season, they kind of did that 2-back system, which worked extremely well.
Sawyer Smith stepping
Yep.
in to replace Terry Wilson. He threw 26-13 yesterday.
Yeah.
Offense looked good.
They look good until literally the last 6 minutes of the game. Well, there's some picks that he threw.
The interception is what hurt him.
Right.
When what's his name? Sean Davis.
Oh yes.
Last few 6 minutes of the game.
Yep.
Sean Davis picked the ball off and they capitalized on it with a touchdown.
Right.
You can't let that happen.
Well, in this game also, I kind of looked at, I was watching it and I was like, okay, first half Kentucky Wildcat football. We're moving the offense. We're throwing to the tight end. We're trying to the deep ball here and there. We're running the ball extremely well.
Right.
With Cavassier Smoke and A.J. Rose. And then the second half, it's kind of like guys weren't running the right routes, it looked like. Smith he felt pressure when there was really no pressure type of situation. And he
got
threw
a little
that
ahead of
pick
himself,
where there was
in a
literally
sense.
nobody there except the
Right.
Florida player.
I think he felt rushed.
Right.
Well, okay, got to keep the momentum going.
Well,
Can't lose this game. And yeah, you
Exactly.
want to think that you don't want to lose the game. Then Florida's quarterback,
Oh,
Felipe
God.
Frank, goes down.
Yeah.
Nasty hit he took.
Honestly, when I saw that hit, I thought the dude at first broke his back.
Yeah.
It was so nasty the way he got wrapped up and then hit from above and got bent back. And then instantly, he was on the ground crying. He was in
know.
extreme pain,
I
rolling
felt
around.
bad for the guy.
I felt so bad for him. And, dislocated ankle.
Right.
That's what the major injury is, dislocated ankle. He's going to need surgery probably.
This goes back to what we were saying a few minutes ago about the early quarterback injuries. Being
Exactly.
3 games in, Kentucky lost their quarterback. Sawyer Smith had to step up. Kyle Trask steps up for Felipe Franks.
Yep.
Does a great job. Raleigh, Florida pass Kentucky to win the game. 29-21, I'm sorry. And it puts Florida, number 9 Florida, 3-0. Kentucky takes their first loss of the year, 2-1.
Right.
Still being unranked. Could have been a ranked team if,
Well, that's the thing.
if they had beat Florida. And such a close win for them.
Again.
Yeah,
Florida, another close win because week 1, when they played Miami, that was a game that was like, I won't say it was a fluke game, but it was a situation where they literally just got lucky.
Yeah.
In the last 15, 20 seconds of that game, they got lucky.
And when Florida took the lead early in this game, I was like, okay, here we go, because Franks hit Freddie Swan up for a 26-yard touchdown pass.
Right.
Like, okay, here we go. We'll draw first blood here. But we responded.
Right.
Crazy game, it really is.
Well, it was a game that we expected to be.
Right.
You know, kind of down to the wire type of situation. Two good teams, SEC guys. I mean, teams in
A
general.
lot of people, I think, were thinking Florida's victory would have been a lot more dominating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the score would have been a little bit higher.
Well,
but the 29-21 is so close, man.
well, those 3 picks.
Yeah,
It's
and
Smith
then
here,
in the
you know.
last part of the game,
Right.
you know, if it was early on, there was some picks. Yeah, you can make up for that. But when you got like 6 to 3 minutes left, and you throwing interceptions, and the ball's getting picked off left or right, what do you do?
Well, you know, and then there's some passes that he threw that were like, oh my God, why is he throwing the ball? The one-headed touchdown
Right.
catch, right? You know, in the first half, and then you got the catch where the receiver kind of was between the defensive back and the safety. He caught that, and you were kind of like, oh my God, why is he throwing the ball like
Like you
this?
felt rushed, man. I mean, you gotta
Yeah.
be calm. I
Well,
mean, you have a sense of urgency, but you have to take your time, be calm, keep your composure.
Well, and you know that
And-
mental clock in those
right.
quarterbacks' heads. You know, I got to get over the ball.
Exactly.
In 5 seconds.
Some of them are good at regulating that better than others.
True, and you know, like we said, this guy stepped in. You know, like you're stepping in against Florida. You know, it's a big game.
It is a
You
lot
know?
of big shoes to fill. So like I said,
I'm just
I
happy
think-
for him that he was at home.
Right, exactly. Because they were in Gator territory.
It would have been a whole lot different.
Oh yeah,
And another thing too, they stopped running the ball. I thought Kentucky the second half they ran the ball, but not enough. I don't
right.
think.
It makes me feel like the coaching staff was asleep in a sense. Like, what are y'all doing? Is there anything else you can do to, you know, to change the outcome of the game?
Right. Well, you know, in the last 4 minutes, yeah,
I think
the
bad
offense
decisions.
just seemed just so rushed.
Yeah, bad decisions were made.
Right, I agree. Bad decisions across the board on the coaching staff,
But-
play calling, you know, all that. I think it was just a bad situation.
But Stoops quoted, "Hey, we had the opportunity a couple times, fell short. We're gonna come back and continue to work." And then Coach Mullen from Florida says, "Team has a long way to go." He was happy with the victory.
Right.
You know, they were all celebrating over on the sideline, but he still feels like team has a long way to go, and they should have an easy victory Saturday against Tennessee, which is their next opponent. I mean,
Right.
everybody's been talking smack about Tennessee this season, so I guess we'll see, right?
Well, I guess we will.
And Kentucky, Mississippi State Saturday is their next opponent, so hopefully they can bounce back, get a victory over them.
Well, hopefully.
Right.
I mean, I think the play calling needs to be addressed.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's all I want to say on that.
that needs to go back into the thing of coming back and continue to work.
Correct.
That should be part of the work.
Correct. The coaches have to do it just as much as the players. So, totally agree with that.
Moving on, Louisville Cardinals coming off a victory.
Yeah.
They're 2-1
Yep.
against WKU. Scored 38-21. WKU falls to 1-2 for this season so far.
Right.
Another quarterback injury. Dwan
Yeah.
Pass with the foot injury.
Right.
Malik Cunningham. I mean, it's kind of like deja vu.
Yeah, you know, your second guy steps in, Lee Cunningham.
Right. And wasn't it last year or last season when
Right.
Cunningham played against WKU?
And then,
Right. So, like I
Right.
said, deja vu all over again.
yeah, and well, you know, then Lee Cunningham leaves the game in the third quarter,
Yeah.
you know, with the head injury, the hit.
So it's like, okay, 2 quarterbacks already. Who's your third guy?
Well, it's Evan Conley.
Right.
That's who that is.
Right. But Satterfield
Yes.
Satterfield said that he'd be comfortable playing any of his top 3 quarterbacks as long as the offense is flowing smooth, the balls get moved. So he'd be confident with any of those 3 guys. So
And really, he kind of should feel
Yeah.
confident. I mean, Malik's got some games under his belt.
Oh, he
Pass
did-
has
he
got
does
some
great.
games under his belt.
7 to 10 passing. To me, the Cards, they dominated this game
From the start.
at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, and they started.
Right.
I mean, right off the bat.
And it's just, that's how you have to come out, smack them in the mouth.
Right.
You know, defense has to be solid, get that ball moving down the field, and just, hey, make a statement.
Well, you just, like you said, you got to make a statement. I mean, Atwell, 4 catches, 141 yards, and 3 touchdowns
Right.
by himself.
Beast.
And this dude is tiny. He's like 5'8",
Right,
maybe. Like,
right.
even maybe that.
So quick, low to the ground. He
Exactly.
can maneuver his way through pretty much anything, and
And
lightning quick.
UVL doing the same thing with the 2-back system.
Right.
Let's look at that. I mean, Hawkins with 19 carries for 93 yards and a touchdown, and Hall with 12 carries, 55 yards. Before Cunningham left the game, he had 16 carries for 46 yards.
Right.
So,
Maybe Louisville's
balance.
yeah, right. Maybe they found a formula that works for them,
yeah.
and they can take this into the other games. Now, I'm not going to say Western Kentucky and Eastern Kentucky, their last game,
Before this one.
were big competition for them. Good way to, anybody can win.
Well, that's why they play the game, right?
Right, anybody
That's the
can
saying.
win.
That's
So
why
if
we
you
play
don't
the
go
game.
out just because a team you might think it's easy. You can't underestimate them. So the last 2 teams they played, like last night's game and the Eastern Kentucky game,
Correct.
I feel like that was a way for them to get momentum going and saying, hey, we're Louisville football.
Right.
You
We're,
know,
we're here. We're back.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So I think these 2 games is going to give them stepping stones to catapult into these, should I say, I'm not going to say more experienced team, but teams that are going to give them more of a challenge.
Correct. Well, the ACC.
The ACC's
Yeah.
pretty tough, so.
Just as much as the SEC.
Exactly.
I mean, you got the defending
But
national champs,
that's
so-
always an argument.
Right.
Oh, ACC is, much harder than SEC. SEC is a cakewalk, and
Right.
don't agree with that. Look at Georgia, Alabama,
Right.
LSU, Florida. Should I keep going?
I mean, there's 4 out of the top 10, top 15
Exactly.
right there. I mean, Clemson,
Yeah, you're
Champs.
gonna rep your conference. You're gonna stand behind it. You're gonna stand behind your team and your conference. So
right.
I see where the argument comes in, but different ways of looking at it.
So going into not only the season, but so we got 3 games under the belt for UVL and UK. My question is this: do you see totally different team with UK and UVL?
I thought about that before we started the show. I was looking over some of the highlights and stats, and I feel like that. I kind of feel like they're off to the same start as last year, both teams.
Okay.
So to me, it's a little too early still.
Okay.
I know the 3 games in, so I'm gonna say about around the 5th or 6th game we can see
When we get
what
more,
identity that they have.
Okay. When we get
Because
more
I
in the
think
conference.
Louisville last year, remember we talked, they didn't have an identity.
Right. No, they didn't. They looked lost.
So with these 2 games they just played, this is helping them establish an identity of, like I said, hey, we're the Cards. You've seen how great we were the past
So many years.
years back.
Right.
And the great quarterbacks they had coming through there, and the defensive players as well.
Right.
So I think this is both teams,
Mm-hmm.
chance for both teams to make a statement. Kentucky's going to bounce back. They've always been a pretty resilient team. You seen how resilient Florida was.
Yeah.
know,
your dude, your quarterback. I mean,
So
carted off the field.
Trask came in and did his thing.
Yeah, he
I
played
mean, I'm
extremely
not-
well.
No, I'm not trying to take nothing away from the Wildcats, but he came in and did what he's supposed to do. And those picks late in the game, I think that saved him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it
Definitely.
saved.
Texas, your Longhorns.
Yeah. Well, it was a game they should have won. Let's just put it that way. It's
Right.
Rice.
How do you feel so far about this team versus
Um,
last year?
Feel like overall their defense is better. I think their defense is better at tackling. Their defense is better at on the ball
Right.
as far as getting to the ball, as far as tackles, interceptions, pass deflections, and all that. My
But-
thing is this though: the quarterback has got to get better in clutch moments. I mean, that's the way I look at it. So, Ellinger, I mean, yeah, he's kind of a Heisman talk type guy.
Right.
But I look at it like, yo, man, like you got to finish these games that are big games. And you look at that LSU game. We got into a situation where we got down, and we got down a lot quickly, and they just had to just keep throwing the ball to get even back into the game overall.
Right.
So, I look at it like this is the beginning of the season. We're 3 games in. It's time to turn it around.
I agree. Once again, it goes back to identity.
Yeah.
Every team has to have an identity and let people know who they are.
Well, and, you're losing your star running back, so we got many backs on that squad. I'm not really worried about the running back situation. It's the quarterback situation. He's just got to get better.
Ohio State had a pretty dominating game as always. I'm not surprised with that.
No, overall, no.
Alabama.
Yeah.
All your powerhouse teams are on the right track right now.
Maryland getting beat.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting that.
No. Because they were putting up points on everyone they were
Right.
playing. I mean, they were like getting 50 and 60 points every week, the first 2-3 weeks here. And then they didn't put up enough points.
Definitely not. Bounce back.
Bounce back.
Do work.
Do the work.
Come back.
So, as far as Kentucky basketball, there's a new man on campus, I guess that's the way to put it.
Calipari has been extremely busy recruiting, and he's worked his butt off. He's got 2 5-stars coming in, and 2 people I don't think he even thought he would land, but he got them to commit. One being Terrence Clark from Wolfboro, New Hampshire. Small forward from Brewster Academy. He committed on the 14th of this month to Kentucky Wildcats. 6'7", 190 pounds.
Yeah, he's got to put on some weight, but I think
5-star recruit. This is going to be. It looks scary.
The team.
The team looks scary.
Okay.
This is for a 2021 class, but still, I don't like to get ahead of myself, but also with Lance Ware,
right?
He's the other 5. He's a 4-star, but he's from Camden, New Jersey, power forward. He committed 2 days before Clark did. He played at Camden High School, 6'8", 215. He's class of 2020. So next season we're going to see him, and super excited about that. This year's team looks pretty solid. I've only seen like a couple of pickup games. Calipari had them in the gym just running.
Oh, scrimmage type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing really official with that, but them just working out on the field, running with their conditioning.
All right.
And they look pretty focused, which past few teams look focused, but
well, like last year's team, I thought
Right.
they would be the
so did I.
the team to beat.
Team before that too, but this one. This one looks really special. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna get into the whole.
Right.
Save it for another show.
Okay.
But I'm pretty excited. So it's close. We're about what? I don't know how many weeks we're out from Big Blue Madness, but it's close, right around the corner.
4 weeks, I think.
College basketball will be starting up, and we'll be right in the middle
Of everything.
college football, NFL, and exciting time of the year. The weather's about to change soon.
Yep.
I'm gonna miss summer, but I am welcoming in fall. I'm not usually a fall guy.
I am.
Yeah,
So-
no pun intended.
Right.
And speaking of fall guy, Lee Majors was at Scarefest.
Ah.
Yeah, a friend of mine got to meet Lee Majors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
fall
nice.
guy. But yeah, exciting time of the year for sports.
It will be.
Yes, baseball. Playoffs are about to start.
Yep.
I'm really excited about that. That's my favorite time of year with baseball. Opening day's cool.
Yeah.
Spring training thing. You get to see who's doing what, how everybody's progressing. But something about watching the playoffs and the World Series, I love it.
Well,
and
yeah.
I usually miss 1 or 2 games, but I find myself glued to the TV watching these games. I mean, I'm not the biggest baseball fan,
Right.
but I respect the crap out of baseball.
Well,
Longest season, longest sport. The sport with the longest season is what I'm trying to say.
right.
It's like you play all year, and then you get, 2 or 3 months off? If that, and then you're
yeah.
right back at it.
Yeah, it's,
You gotta
it's a
respect
grueling
these guys.
season. Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean, not that I don't respect football players and then, the rigorous training and the brutality their body takes,
in the conditioning, yeah.
Right. But baseball,
It's a grueling season, man.
yeah, it's no joke.
No, it's not. NFL, Lamar Jackson. I mean, is this his year?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that last game. I mean,
I'm
perfect quarterback
gonna
rating.
say it is. It's coming. We're about to see something spectacular out of dude.
Yeah.
Not that we have it, but
Wow.
you got it progresses. I mean, he's coming that transition from college to NFL,
Right.
just like you would say college to NBA. I've heard that most of these athletes say that whatever you learned college, forget about it, because it's a whole new
Well, yeah.
agenda.
Well, that
It's
and
pretty much the same, but rules are different. You got different plays. You're under a new coach, a new
the system.
offense system and defense. So it's, yeah,
I look at it like this. He's got weapons now,
it does.
and before, like,
He's a
I'm not saying
weapon.
he didn't have weapons. Per
He's a
se.
weapon himself.
Exactly.
He's a weapon.
Right. Perfect quarterback rating last game, man. I mean, and then, of course, he did the running back pose thing, like, not bad for a running back,
Yeah, all right.
because of the whole draft situation where everybody wanted to play a different position except the quarterback position,
Exactly.
which he won a Heisman for, and he, was the
Deserved
highlight
it.
reel.
Jumping over people.
Right.
Yeah.
I look at it like this. The Ravens might be the team to beat in that division
Yeah.
because the Steelers don't look very good.
Steelers, they look terrible against the Patriots the other night. I watched
Yeah.
part of that game, and I'm like, why am I watching this?
And the Bengals,
Mike Tom was on the sideline. I didn't know what was going on in his head. I can only imagine.
well, exactly.
Great coach, great guy.
Yeah.
Nothing against him at all. It's just they didn't play up to par. I mean, I know the fans were probably pretty pissed.
Extremely
I
disappointed.
wonder what is going on here.
Right.
You expect like
Yes.
Cowboys.
Mhm.
The fans expect greatness out of
Correct.
the Steelers.
Yep.
And you remember the arguments and debates we used to hear back at the sports shop back in the day.
Yeah.
How you get a Cowboys fan come in, a Steelers fan come in,
And they just go back and forth.
back and forth. Oh well, the sleeves tell it all. They got the jacket on with the championships on the sleeve,
Correct.
and it's just back and forth. They're naming off their players from the past. Mean Joe Green, Jerome Bettis, and then Tony Dorsett and
Emmitt
Michael
Smith.
Irvin, Emmitt Smith, and it's just like,
Right.
I mean, it was great though.
Oh, it's great to be around.
It was great because they went to the point where they were fighting. They got a little loud, but I think they knew how far to take it.
Well, sure.
But it's sports.
Exactly.
It's competition.
It's
It's,
the
trash
passion.
talk. Exactly.
It's the passion of the game.
And you can hear the passion in their voices when they're talking.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
You can tell who's passionate about something, who's not, or who's just winging it or trying to act like or faking it. Oh yeah, I'm so and so fan, and okay, tell me some stats.
Right.
Let's talk about some players.
Right.
Well,
Well, like I said, I think the Ravens are the team to kind of sneak. Everybody's talking about, of course, the Patriots. We all know about the Patriots and what they've done over the last 15 years.
and
Well,
their
let's be
new
honest.
and
Right.
their new record. Well, hold on, let me rephrase that. We know their record, their new weapon,
Right.
their new
Antonio
piece
Brown.
they've added.
Right. And then you look at the Chiefs and all their weapons.
Man,
And so those are the two
These
top
teams
tier
are-
teams, right?
these
so
teams are stacked.
that's a perfect opportunity for a team that's not being talked about to kind of sneak in and make a statement. Not
Right.
only, like, hey, we're here, but kind of dethrone these guys quickly.
But with these teams are having, it's already a lot of drama right now.
Right. In
You
the
see, I mean, it's part of it's the beginning part of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get your preseason drama, and you got the beginning of the season when you actually get into the season starting. You get your drama, and you think this player's going to stay here, but next thing you know, boom, they're on this team, or boom, they're on this team.
Traded, injured. Right.
The whole Antonio Brown situation. So we won't get all the way into that, but
Yeah.
is he going to be effective on and off the field? When I say off the field, his personal
Situations.
situations, is that going to affect his play and affect the Patriots as a team?
I don't think so.
'Cause I know they'll get rid of his butt quick.
Well, here's the reason why I say I don't think so. Bill Belichick won't have it.
Right.
I mean, let's
He'll
be
be
honest.
gone.
Any player that's ever had any type of situation that they brought drama into that facility,
Right.
they're not that facility anymore.
They don't need to be.
You know, I mean, we can go way back.
I mean,
But I look at the situation like they're bringing in a dude who has extreme talent on the field. Let's just be honest, extreme. I mean,
Not-
he's
and I-
top 3.
and
wide
I feel like
receiver.
he's passionate
Right.
about the game too.
Oh yeah,
It's
there's no doubt.
He wants to, I think, be the most authentic he can be as far as himself. You know, he wants to be real. And you see him making little short stories and videos and how excited he was when he got accepted. You know, the Patriots picked him up.
Quickly.
He's
Yeah,
running out,
12
he's
hours.
dancing and celebrating. And everybody was criticizing, why are you making movies? You should be playing football, this, and this. I mean, he used the footage and the sound bites from when he was talking with
John Gruden.
John Gruden from the Raiders.
Right.
And I thought it was cool how he put that together.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of cool the way
And
it was,
to me, it's just up in his stock. And it's like, well, this guy, he's real.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that there's not other people that are authentic and real, but he's being his authentic self, and he's showing the world, hey, this is who I am. I play football, but guess what? I'm a father. I care about the game, this, and this, and, you know.
Yeah.
But as far as all the other nonsense, put it behind you.
Well, exactly.
But that's hard. That's also hard for me to say because he's got something else lingering over his head, just looming.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly the Patriots didn't know about it, so I guess we'll see. You know what's next with that?
Yeah.
With the
Well, I mean, like I said, they bring in a weapon for Tom Brady because they lost Gronk because of his retirement, you know. And I look at a situation like you need all the help you can get
Right.
when you reach that 40-year plateau and you're still playing in the league. Let's just
Exactly.
be honest.
that was a shocker to see Gronk go out too. So.
Yeah. So he could have had probably another ring. Let's be honest.
Right.
Also,
Well. Yeah, another ring. Like I didn't say he doesn't need another one, but
well,
just add to fill all the fingers.
add to the collection.
Right. So with the weather changing, season changing, this and that, activities in our city
Yep.
change as well. So why don't you tell us what we got going around town?
Well, yeah, things around town. Bourbon and Beyond. Big festival, let's be honest. Music, bourbon, all that good stuff.
And no rain this year.
No rain in
Hopefully.
sight. Well, yeah, hopefully. That'll be September 20th through the 22nd. Louder Than Life is going to be September 27th.
Oh, it's gonna be a show.
It's going to be a massive
Slipknot.
show. Yeah,
Love
everybody.
to see them.
Also, a bourbon tasting with Town Branch Distiller Master Mark Kaufman at the
Nice.
Blind Squirrel, September 25th.
The blind squirrel, huh?
Blind Squirrel. If you've not been there, you need to go there.
I've never seen a blind squirrel.
Well, it's an awesome place to be.
Okay.
Yeah, they got great food, volleyball courts everywhere,
oh wow,
TVs
volleyball.
everywhere. I mean, yeah, it's an awesome place. You need
I'll
to
have to
definitely
check it
check it out. Also, Iroquois Amphitheater, October 4th. The classic band,
Skid Row.
Skid Row, is
Wow.
back on tour. Yep.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that either.
So they're back together. Also, LRS Fest is October 5th at the Brown Foreman Amphitheater down off River Road.
LRS Fest is always a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know you're the big music guy here.
I
so.
love music. Also, we got the this is the last day of the J-Town Gaslight Festival.
Yep.
So you guys get out there and enjoy that. It's
Definitely.
gonna be a hot one, but you know. Also, pumpkin spice You know, if you're a pumpkin spice fan, guys, it's that time of the year. I've had a couple of drinks from Starbucks already. They were pretty delightful.
All right.
So, like I said, I'm welcoming in the fall, and I welcome everyone in to keep tuning into the Kentucky Game Plan. If you need to follow us, we are at Instagram at _KY_Game Plan, Facebook at the KY.Game Plan, and make sure you hit us up on Twitter at the KY Game Plan.
Thanks, folks, for coming back and joining us. I know it's been a long time, but we're back, and we're happy to be back.
And we have way more to come. My name is Mac Black,
I'm Adrian Smith.
and thank you for tuning in to the Kentucky Game Plan.